Today I'll be telling you about my opinion on Tommyinnit's unbeatable method of avoiding sudden death. And I'm gonna be honest, that shit made me cry. But the only reason it made me cry was because I was watching animations and stuff for it. And I was reading Tommyinnit's Clinic for Supervillains. And I still haven't finished that one because I started reading Tommyinnit's unbeatable method of avoiding sudden I think it's death? I don't remember. Yeah. Tommyinnit's unbeatable method of avoiding sudden death. Excuse me. Anywho, I've seen tons of animations on it, and it's just sad. Like, holy shit. I did not expect it. Like, I finished it in one day. I started reading it like at least around 2 in the morning. And I finished it at 8 o'clock a.m. 8 a.m. Did I say 2 o'clock? I meant 2 a.m. And then I finished it at 8 a.m. Like, bro. I did not expect that ending. Well, I mean, yeah, I did expect that ending, but like, I wasn't expecting it to be so sad. So, today I'm gonna read the ending to you on stream. Oh, and a reminder, make sure to actually read it because it is a very good story. I hope this is the right one. It turns out it's not the right path. Okay. Okay. Let me drink my water. Tommy wakes up to the smell of smoke and the beeping of the fire alarm. He scrunches up his nose in confusion, the world blinking into focus. He could feel Wilbur next to him, head smudged into the pillow, snoring. Is Dad making breakfast already? Tommy frowns, tiredly glancing towards the closed curtains. It's dark out, too early for breakfast. What the hell? His frown deepens and he sits up, clumsily pawing at the covers. The smell of smoke heightens and Tommy lets out a cough. He shakes roughly on the shoulder. Wilbur. Will slaps him away sluggishly. What? Go back to sleep, he mumbles. Wilbur, Tommy insists. Something's burning. Did you leave the oven on? Had they even used the oven last night? Wilbur opened his eyes, startling into awareness. Tommy watches his brother inhale before letting out a cough. Wait, where was I? Wilbur's eyes widen and he sits up abruptly, shrugging off the covers and stumbling towards the bedroom door. Wilbur yanks the door The door opened and Tommy's breath hitches, caught in his throat. The hallway is flooded with a fiery orange hue. The house is on fire! Goddamn! Wilbur turns back to him, his eyes wide and panicked. Tommy, we need to leave. Where's Dad? Tommy questions as Wilbur drags him through the hallway. On the opposite side, closest to the front door, flames crowd the exit. Will, where's Dad? And we need to get Techno. We need to hurry before it spreads, is all Wilbur says. They clamor into Techno's in Wilbur's room, where Techno lays soundly asleep. Just like him, Tommy thinks with a vague amusement, to sleep through a fire. He watches as Wilbur roughly shakes him awake, practically dragging the teenager out of bed. There's a fire. We've got to go now. By the time they leave the bedroom, the heat has spread further, flames licking at their heels. Tommy's heart beats out of rhythm. It's fine. We'll go out the fire exit. Shouts over the incessant beeping of the alarm. Where's Dad? Techno asks, voice rough with disuse as Wilbur shoves the fire exit open. In the office. He stayed overnight, remember? Wilbur replies as they stumble into the open air. Tommy is not quite sure what he expects to see, or feel when he steps outside. Cold, perhaps? It can't be any earlier than 3 in the morning. The sun has yet not risen. He does at least expect the smoke that clogs in his lungs to lessen. He does expect to take a mouthful of fresh air and breathe. He doesn't expect to walk out into a burning city. For a moment, they all stare. For a moment, that's all they can do. The streets are bright, but not with streetlights. There's incessant stream of screaming, and Tommy suddenly wishes all he could hear was the beeping of the alarm again. He stumbles into Wilbur and Techno as they take in the chaos below. Who started the fire? Tommy whispers, then develops into a series of coughs, tilting into Techno's shirt. Wilbur stutters, but then he's glancing down at their apartment and the fire continues to climb. We need to go. We can't go down. Reaching around to grip into Tommy's shoulder. Tommy can feel his fingers tremble. Where's Tubbo? Aunt Puffy, did they make it out? Tommy tugs at Wilbur's sleeve, panic rising in his chest. Tubbo and Puffy are 5 floors below. Their apartment already engulfed in flames, but they must have made it out. They must have. I don't know, is all Wilbur can manage. The metal stairs they stand on creak. We need to go. Where? The screaming continues below. We can... The brother wavers for a minute, floundering, before his eyes settle in determination. We can jump! Over there! Wilbur gestures to the railings opposite where a neighboring apartment stands. The flames have only begun to climb. This time. Are you sure? Techno questions, eyes rapidly darting between flames below and then to his brothers, and then the gap between the apartments. They could fall. Tommy could fall. We don't have a choice. You could go first, then Tommy, then me, Wilbur decides. His voice has settled with a firm edge, but Tommy can hear the tremors. You go first, I'll go last. Techno will go first. Wilbur looks like he's about to protest. We don't have time, Techno reminds, gently grasping his twin's shoulder. Wilbur is silent for a moment before nodding. Okay. And then he's gripping the metal bars of the stairs and then leaping over. Wilbur! Tommy screams because his brother's fingers brush against the railings and slip. Techno lets a hitched inhale beside him, but but it's okay. Wilbur catches himself, barely, fingers scraping at the metal as he heaves them up into the other side. Tommy exhales with relief as his brother pulls himself up, turning to face them. I'm okay, Wilbur pants, visibly shaking, but he's okay. Come on, Tommy. Wilbur lets out a cough before outstretching his arms over the railings. I'll catch you. It's okay. You have to hurry. Tommy doesn't want to jump. The screaming below hasn't stopped, and the embers are still climbing, trying to scorch anything they can touch. The air is too warm. Too warm. Too. Tommy, come on. Tommy. Techno presses a palm into his back. Techno presses a palm into his back. Come on, Theseus. I'm not ready. Tommy's breath stutters, and he lets out a stilted nod. He grips the metal railing of the stairs, feels the press of the cold metal beneath his palms, and pulls himself over. Wilbur's arms are still outstretched. His eyes are wide with panic, with apprehension, but Tommy can see he's trying to be brave. For Tommy, his brother lets out a smile and threatens to wobble. I'll catch you, he promises. His voice clear through the screaming below. Tommy jumps. He squeezes his eyes shut and feels himself fall. He's going to die. He's fingers dig into his arm and pull. Tommy's eyes snap open as he gasps, staring up at his brother. You're okay, I got you. Wilbur inhales, harshly panting, drawing up, and Tommy stumbles into his brother and breaks. Tommy feels like crying. He blinks rapidly, fingers gripping at his brother's shirt. Wilbur still smells like their home. Still smells like the stupid cologne he wears to smoke. Come on, we gotta get Techno now. I'm ready, Techno. Tommy turns to stare at his older brother. Techno stares back at them, and his eyes are filled with fear, with unease. Wilbur. I can already feel the tears coming. You're gonna be okay, Tech. I'm gonna catch you. Wilbur reassures, tone careful and soft, and so very caring. But there's tension to it. A tightness. You've got to hurry, Techno, before it's too late, okay? You've got this. Techno shakes as he grips the railings, looking down below at the blazing inferno. What if I miss? You won't. We won't, Wilbur says firmly. Techno hesitates. What's our saying? Says over the screams, turning to look at Tommy momentarily. Technoblade always wins, Tommy recites, letting out a shaky grin. And Technoblade never dies. That's right. Technoblade. God damn, fucking tear stuck in my eye. That's right. Technoblade never dies. Wilbur stares at his twin. Techno's fingers tremble as he tries to grin back. That's still a stupid nickname, he says back. Tommy laughs, and suddenly it's not so scary. Suddenly it's easier to block everything out. It's just dumb. He could even pretend they're in the living room fighting over the remote. Goddamn. It's a great nickname, and it's true. You never die. You never lose, Wilbur grins. He leans further over the railing. Come on, Tech, jump. You have to. Techno shakily. Okay. Tommy watches as Techno pulls himself over the railing. He wavers, limbs shaking as he grips the metal bars. Techno locks eyes with Tommy, and Tommy smiles for him. Tommy smiles for him. He needs to be brave for him because he knows he's still scared. Techno smiles back despite the fear in his eyes. I've got you, Wilbur promises. Techno jumps. His fingers are outstretched, yearning for the arms reaching towards Wilbur. Their fingers brush, fingertips meeting. They brush and they miss. No. I'm crying now. I'm crying on stream. How to chat overlay. Maybe. No, but then you guys can't see. I'm in tears. Hold up. I gotta mute. I'm ready. Okay. Time to continue. Oh, no. His fingers are outstretched, yearning arms reaching towards Wilbur. Their fingers brush, fingers meeting. They brush and they miss. Tommy sees it. His eyes meet Techno's as he falls. They're filled with terror. A dread that does not dissipate. I can't pronounce that word. His fingers stay outstretched. Distantly, Tommy hears the screaming below. Distantly, Tommy realizes he's screaming too. Will, we need to go get him. Tommy sobs as he tries to climb over the rails, fingers scraping at the metal only to feel arms wrap around his waist. Okay, I want to say that in the ending, it seems confusing that okay, so at this part, at the end, Wilbur's 19 and Techno's 19 and stuff, and Tommy, on the other hand, Tommy's 12 in this, or, in the end. It's confusing. You have to read it on, Archive Our Own, if you want to understand it better. We can't. Wilbur's arms tighten around him, the fire. Tommy hears the way his brother chokes on the word. It's Techno! Tommy all but screams, throat raw as a cough works its way up. His lungs burn. Tommy, we have to go, Wilbur shouts. No. They're not leaving without him. It doesn't matter that Tommy can't distinguish the flames from his brother. It doesn't matter that he can't hear Techno. It doesn't matter that the fire draws closer every second because they can't go, not without Techno. Goddamn. Wilbur's fingers dig into his ribs and tug him backwards. Tommy screams the entire time. He fights, he screams, and he claws at his brother's arms, wailing, and distraught. Because it's Techno. Why are they leaving without Techno? Why are they leaving without him? Why are they leaving? There's an exit that has not been devoured by the flames, but it stands on the other side of the apartment. They make their way down the street to the streets in silence. Tommy shakes. His hands tremble in a way he can't control, and Wilbur laces their fingers together. If anything, they shake more. There's Burn. There's a shop, the one that his father had bought Tommy's action figures, the ones he used to play with, the ones he's outgrown. The windows are smashed in. The open sign on the door has been singed black. Nothing has really escaped our inferno, it seems. The swings in the playground have been torn apart, resting uselessly on burnt grass. They don't look back at their apartment. Tommy thinks that if he does, he might run straight into the fire. Everyone is screaming. Everyone is running. Tommy so childishly, wonders where are the heroes, the saviors. Isn't someone meant to help? Tommy, we have to run. Wilbur seems to realize as he takes in the chaos. There's realization in his eyes that Tommy can't quite understand, can't quite grasp the way his brother's eyes lighten in alarm, in horror. He suspects that Wilbur must have realized too that no one is helping. We need to find Dad, Tommy says, and his voice doesn't sound like his own. An empty. Hoarse. And empty. We need to get out of here. Hold on. I'm crying. God damn. Oh, I hate this so much. But I love this so much too. We need to get out of here. Wilbur strings him along the crowds of stumbling people. Tommy trips. I think that's supposed to say tries to keep up. Wilbur, who started the fire? Wilbur doesn't answer. Tommy goes to ask again because he needs to know. A gunshot sounds through the screens. They run. No one is coming to help. There are no fire engines. There are no officers. There are no heroes. There are masked figures armed with guns, and they are not here to help. Tommy watches as a man crumples to the floor, watches his daughter sob all over his body. A panic at what he thought had been smothered rises suddenly without a warning. Tommy finds himself gasping for breath. Wilbur, Tommy squeezes his brother's hand as tears leak over because he's scared. He's so very scared. He wants to go home. Tommy wonders if he squeezes his eyes shut that maybe, just maybe, it'll be one of those nightmares, the ones that seem so real you almost believe it's reality, and he'll wake up. Wilbur squeezes his hand back, and it's a cold reminder that Tommy is awake. It's okay, Tommy, it's okay. It's okay, Tommy, it's okay. His brother tries to reassure over the bloodshed and the burning, smothering warmth. We're going to be okay. Tommy thinks it's too late for that. They manage to reach the outskirts of their streets. It's so close to the main city, so close to their father. We're almost there, Wilbur promises. Tommy coughs, leaning heavily against his brother as they stumble. We're going to get help, his brother tries to reassure. Tommy doesn't believe him, but he pretends to. It tries to smile and hopes it doesn't turn into a grimace. Tries to appear stronger than he is, more hopeful than he feels. By the way, Wilbur pulls him closer, eyes downturned with a grief so striking. Tommy doesn't think he's succeeded. There's the ring of a gunshot. Tommy's heard it enough times to know to keep moving past it, to keep walking, ignore it. But, goddamn. Wilbur stumbles suddenly into his side, almost knocking them both over. Wilbur, Tommy whispers. He doesn't know if his voice can go any louder. His brother lets out a whimper, and he falls. Tommy clutches at the teenager's shoulders. shoulder, at his arms, anything. They are lowered to the ground. Tommy with shock and Wilbur with oh. Tommy's fingers brush over the patch of red that spreads like a disease, an infection. Go find Dad, Wilbur wishes to say, even as his eyes start to dim. Tommy shakes his head. No, he whispers. His brother closer and try to drag him up, pull him along, tug him. Anything. Tom's. Wilbur coughs and blood covers his lips. Go without me. Oh no. Why did I decide to read this on stream if I knew I was gonna cry? Tommy will not. They're going to get help and they're going to save Wilbur. And they'll find Techno and they'll save him too. We're going to get help, Tommy promises, heaving as he tries to his brother. Wilbur takes longer to catch his breath, longer to find his words. Let me go. Tommy blinks rapidly. No. Put me down. A pause. Sorry, okay, so when I originally read this and it said put me down, or when I first read this and when it said put me down, I didn't think of this. It says put me down, and like that's like a term for like putting things down, like killing them in order to end their suffering and shit. And I just realized it now because I'm reading it out loud and shit. This is very sad. Very, very sad. Okay, time to continue. Put me down. A pause. Find Dad. Tommy coughs, and it burns his lungs enough for him to stop momentarily. For his knees to buckle under the weight, and they fall again. He could feel the gravel dig into his pajama pants, feel the little stones scrape at his knees. A reminder that this is not a dream. This is not a dream. He's not dreaming. Go, Tommy. Wilbur says that Tommy is forced to witness the light flicker in his brother's eyes, like a flame going out. The irony. Tommy feels the body slip against him, and he pretends he doesn't. He blinks once, then twice. He bites his lip hard. He pulls his brother closer, and Tommy bursts into tears. Tommy wishes he'd been shot instead. He imagines the red staining his stomach. Imagines it being him falling into the fire. He should find his dad. He should find him. But what's the point? He brushes Wilbur's hair aside and hums a broken melody. He gets up eventually. Tommy gets up when he realizes that no one is coming to take him too. That there's no gun pointed towards him. That no one seems to care about killing one boy who cries over his dead brother. He pulls Wilbur along with him. He reaches the city and wishes he didn't. It's bathed in blood, doused with flames. The screaming increases tenfold. His father's office has been scorched. His father could be in there. He could be somewhere else. Tommy could fight the flames. He could push past the burning, past the embers and sparks that try to sneer him. He could try and find him. He could hope, but Tommy doesn't have it in him to continue. His lungs burn, and when he coughs, it hurts. Every breath claws at his chest. Every breath takes a little longer to come up, and a lot longer to come down. Tommy listens to the chaos. He watches the people scream and run and scramble and shout for a help that is just not coming. He kneels down to the ground on aching knees. The rubble is hot
almost too hot beneath his fingers, and that's alright. There is a fire, and there is chaos. Screams of the forgotten echoed in the forsaken land. Ash smothers the air, blackening lungs. The voices beg for mercy, beg for help, beg for salvation. A little boy can't breathe. A little boy stares up at the sky, a poisonous orange hue, and prays. Tommy stares up, wide-eyed at the clouds as they part to reveal an angel. The angel is leaving the heavens, leaving the scenery. Sincerity. I don't know how to pronounce that word either. That is beyond them to save him. Tommy reaches out, a shaky arm trembling with exhaustion. His vision blurs. He feels himself pulled into warm arms and barely looks up at his savior. Blonde hair and kind blue eyes stare down at him. Tommy breathes. He's safe. Oh shit, this isn't the last chapter. That's chapter 28. Now this is the last chapter of the entire story before chapter 30 if that's not like relating to the story. There is an angel before him, and she is beautiful. She leans down and curls her fingers through his hair, touch light and warm. Hey, sunshine, I've missed. She smiles down on him. I've missed you. Tommy sniffs, vision blurring. He's drawn into an embrace. It's okay, she tells him as he cries into her shoulder. You were very brave. It was scary, wasn't it? Tommy inhales and nods. Are you ready to go? She questions softly, a question asked so many times now, and Tommy nods, choking on a sob. She hums something, a small melody that is familiar and safe. She pulls away from him and offers a hand, long, smooth fingers outstretched. Follow me? Tommy takes her hand. I'm in tears. Actual tears. It always hurts to read that. Well, that was it. There's no more. That's the end. Unless you guys want me to read chapter 30, which I doubt. Anyways, that was pretty sad. I'm in literal tears. I'm in actual tears. Yeah, that was so fucking sad. Anyways, I really liked the story. It just okay, I'm gonna be honest. I really like the story. And that's because it's sad towards the end, but overall it's like the whole story is a joke and it's just so fucking funny. But then it also is kind of sad because, the ending, but bro, so many people y'all really need to read it yourselves. It's so good, literally. We got Technoblade and Tommy being disfenestrated out the window. We got Tubbo literally being into nukes. And then we have fucking Rambo and his fucking spaghetti. But overall, it's really funny and shit. Y'all definitely need to read it. 10 out of 10. I rate it 10 out of 10. And on the Angus meter for all the stories that made me cry, I'd have to say this would probably be the number one story because it has Tommyinnit in it, and Tommyinnit is very nice. Literally on Twitch, my username on Twitch is younger female Tommyinnit spelled horribly wrong. Literally, you could go on my Twitch, younger female Tommyinnit, but there's literally no Y. It's just Tom with two M's and in it. Tom in it. Female younger Tom with two M's in it. Anyways, that's it for this stream. It's like, it wasn't very long, but like, it's just, this story is on AO3. If anyone wanted to know, it's on archiveonourOwn.org. You can either type that in, or you could just Google or use Safari or whatever you're on, or whatever, depending on what you're watching, and search up Tommyinnit's unbeatable method of avoiding sudden death. I swear to God, if you don't cry, I don't know what to say, literally. Anyways, see you guys next stream.